Our first show of the week, so it's time for our weekly box office report brought to you by our friends at AMC Theaters. Coming in at number 1 this week, bumping out 3-time champ Straight Outta Compton, is the faith-based film War Room. War Room went into expanded release this week, adding almost 400 additional screens over its week 1 release to bring in a weekend total of $9.45 million. Falling into the number 2 position is Straight Outta Compton, making $8.85 million to bring its 4-week domestic total up to $150 million. Coming in third spot is the Robert Redford film A Walk in the Woods, making $8.25 million. In fourth position is the new film The Transporter Refueled, making $7.2 million. And rounding out the top 5 is Mission Impossible Rogue Nation, bringing in an additional $7.1 million for a domestic total of $180 million and a worldwide total of over $511 million. John, what stands out to you in this week's box office report?
Well, Mission Impossible hanging in there in the top 5 is really cool. I think it's its 6th week or something. I'm not really sure. Crosses the $500 million worldwide mark. Full kudos to them. You know they're all... Well, they had already announced they're going to do a Mission Impossible 6, and it's just a no-brainer. Somehow, some way, these films get better and better and better. But what really stands out to me about the box office this weekend, and it's the same kind of as the weekend last year of this same weekend, is a $9 million movie is your number 1 movie. Really? $9 million is your number 1 movie. So but it's been a weak couple of weeks, right? When you got the Transporter coming out and you got things like that, and your only, bastion of hope is Straight Outta Compton hanging in there, Mission Impossible hanging in there, a couple of other titles, good titles hanging around in the top 10 for weeks and weeks and weeks. So that's pretty good. But you got to look at Straight Outta Compton. Straight Outta Compton is... I think a lot of us expected big opening weekend numbers because of the subject material, but it has staying power. To be in its 4th or 5th week, still making close to double digits to the box office, that's a testimony to the fact that people are still going out to see it. They're telling other people to go see it, and I think that bodes really well for it, and obviously that applies to Mission Impossible as well. So that's what stands out to me. Schnepp, what about you?
Yeah, I guess War Room stands out to me because when my repeat viewings of Fireproof and Courageous, my favorite films of the year so far, from the last few years. War Room I just haven't gotten to see yet. So I'm really excited that it's number 1. But aside from me joking about things like that, Straight Outta Compton and Mission Impossible, that those are they just have that strength, of staying over, the strength of street knowledge. It's like, that's my quote from Straight Outta Compton, if you guys yeah, I'm really happy that Mission Impossible is doing so well. Get going on the 6th movie already. I cannot wait for you to make a better 6th movie than the 5th one, because that was better than the 4th one. So it really is, if you want to see them in ascending order, in the best of order, watch 1 through 5, because then it just gets better. So
what's odd about the movie, the term War Room is something I always associated with the NFL draft, and now the movie War Room is going to do better than the movie about the NFL draft day. Like, it's going to do better total. And it was shocking to me, and now I actually expected it to be number 1 because of all of the buzz around it, where it's like, I don't even know if it's a great movie. I haven't heard if it's a good movie, if it's even watchable, but people want to go see it. But the most shocking thing about this weekend was Walk in the Woods to me. Like, it does prove that there's a little bit of star power left for Nick Nolte and Robert Redford, where they can make this tiny movie and people do want to go see it. This was a nice weekend for an older sect to go to the movies and just check out a film that they want to see. So there's still a little bit of juice in the guys from 48 Hours and from Butch Cassidy that people want to go see them do something.
And the trailers were good. The trailers were good for it. But going back to War Room, it kind of reemphasizes something we mentioned last week. Don't underestimate the power of a film specifically tailored to any niche audience. If you can find, if you're a producer, and we see this happen all the time, not just in religious circles, but others as well, where if you find that niche audience and you can make a film that really is, number 1, targeted at and catering to that niche, you can make some money and you can make some noise and cause some waves. So it'll be interesting to see what happens next weekend. Once we got some other things, we see The Visit coming into play, but we'll get to that in opening this week on Thursday.